Many thanks again for rejoining us on the program Politics Today on Independent Television and Radio. Our panelist, Comrade Collins Osanga, APC Chieftain, and of course, Esosa Aware, PDP Chieftain, and not forgetting Chief Daniel Akwamoha Matthews, Labour Party Chieftain, joining us from the UK. Now, back to you. We are here now. There is the talks about the impeachment being illegal, the suspension being something that negates the Supreme Court judgment on the autonomy of local government council. So is this more about politics? What is really in this for the APC at this time against the gamut of reactions that are trailing this council matter?
Yes, you know, I've been very regular since this crisis of local government started. Invariably, I think even on ITV, I've been here up to 3 times. Now, first, I want to make myself very clear on this issue. I was one of those who recommended that even in an act of suspending the chairman for either because they don't have immunity first. So even the law does not guarantee them to operate the way they want. So they can be checked by anybody. Even a civil society person, you and I here can just write and make demands to know how they are spending our funds. But if they refuse to adhere, then you could go further and work in modalities that can excuse them from office. So they don't have immunity. So all those cry is just a mere cry. I have said before now, and I recommended, the leaders of the House can then take charge by law. That is how it's supposed to be. And I was happy when the government or those who were interested in the issue of local government took the advice and really started, instead of bringing fresh people to come and mad or say, because even the leaders we are talking about the House, they are all PDP people. There is no APC there, because you know when they were running the government, all the councillors were won by them, all the chairmen were won by them, almost all the House of Assembly are owned by them. So it's just a PDP affair. So I think too, they have to go back home and address the issue and the heavy conflict they have within the PDP. Just on by that. Now for the I've said it, I'm not going to 18 local government. And I'm not messing words. Neither will I put water in my mouth to say that. The council chairman of Bobaora have been very exceptional when it comes to performance, which I know, but I do not think he too should have a problem by displaying what he has spent. Even to today, as well, put it on the media. Oh, I got 2 million, 3 million in so months, and I expended this. Just the way we are talking now, you put it there. Because if I have my way of even saying, let me have mercy, or let me show mercy, I'm the governor, I will say, go and let me bring back Bobara council chairman. I will ask him to go back. But you must do the needful as stipulated. The law does not say you can operate without giving or showing accountability. Even if you build skyscrapers everywhere, you will still give accountability. Now people are crying, it's not about the governor. Have you really seen the governor on this as it's well? No. Let me also tell you, politics have its own interest. When council chairmen were asked to do the needful, councillors, okay, if it is so, you go by normal law and do what is, so that we can know how really all this money have been expended. Because now we want a new EDO to arise. And the new EDO that will arise, all hands must be on deck. Development starts from the local government. Then you did not. They started playing a 1981 politics, going to gather themselves on a courtesy visit to Aswen, putting it on televisions and radio, on social media. Together we stand, divided we fall, we remain council chairman, this one. Who are you trying to play pranks with? When they were there, did they not know what they were doing? How they were running government as if no. Now I even heard their state chairman calling on traditional ruler. Which among the traditional rulers? The one they were most destroying that you could not advise the governor about second then to do the needful? Is that among the traditional rulers you are talking? Is it the Christian religious ruler that you people took palliative with their name and squandered it and gave them a tipes, and at the end of the day those were even indicted? Which of those people are they calling? You know, when you point one hand to someone, the remaining 4 comes to you. Now let me tell you, when we were to contest for council chairman, when I contested, I bought form, I did my task clearance, I campaigned from Ward 1 to Ward 12, appealing for support, and we met with the governor, Obaseki, then in government house, and he said, those of us who are praying for, thank God it has expired, everything is been done, one among us certainly we have it. And we left. Do you know, thereafter, they went to bring Jackie Sosude, who did not buy form, he did not do task clearance, after the expiration of their own SCX date and time. That was the person from nowhere who was even receiving people with cow and cola. when we go to visit the elders council in the local government, that was the person they say his brother with somewhere in Lagos is not feeling fine. There was one houseboy there. They want to compensate him with it. They brought the guy as a council chairman. And Ebo Mare, they said Ebo Ede. Now, when you say nothing will happen, when you say today, some other person is waiting for you to also say.
Is this payback time?
I am just saying.
No, I'm asking.
I am not encouraging a payback as such, especially when it comes to governance. In governance, you don't mind and you don't take things so likely, because tomorrow too we tell. And that is why I have always appealed to His Excellency. Yes, even when there need to be action that directly concerns him, he must be very tactful, creative, and thoughtful because of tomorrow. Now, at this point, when you have asked as a governor, yes, loyalty is supposed to go to the center, which is the governor. Then some other persons are not playing politics, going on courtesy visit to us. So
are they being punished for disloyalty? Like what is happening now? Because that seems to be what you're saying.
Insubordination could be part of it.
Yes,
insubordination could be part of it.
That's what you're saying.
I say insubordination could be part of it. This is politics.
It could be. Is it part of it?
I say it could, according to what they themselves have been saying, that they said they are not being loyal as well. But the same people went to government house and said they are loyal, they are ready to work with the governor. Then 2 days after, you went to meet a candidate who does not even have a case, that is pursuing one case, thinking that they are rescuing something, and you are telling that one that together we stand divided before. So the man should wait for you people to continue to pack all the money. I'm not saying he's even the one doing it. Now let me tell you, the local politicians are more superpower even than those you see at top. Okay. When the local politicians are waking, even the governor cannot hold them when they begin to read the mathematics, because we have what we call traditional or customary politician, while we have the passive one. Okay. The traditional one, okay, even the president cannot hold them when they choose to begin to act sometime. So I want to appeal to those who feel aggrieved. The best way to go is the courts, because when laws are not being managed, you approach the court for the level of a better Nigeria. And that is what Obaseki have always advised us, even advised the traditional rulers. When they were manhandling them and misbehaving in government, they will say the court is the best way to go. So I do not have any problem.
Let's get you on. The question is, if the government requested for accountability from the council chairman within 48 hours, what's difficult in that, against the background that these council chairmen, they've been in the saddle, the income and expenditure, the revenue and the expenditure of the councils is within their disposal, because that seems to be the foundation of all that is happening now. So why was it so difficult for council chairmen to respond to the request of income and expenditure on the part of the government of the day?
Uncle Sonny, we are not in a banana republic. This is a state. I'm sure maybe my brother Collins don't have insights on the genesis of this matter. When the governor was sworn in, November 12, 2024, the council chairman attended that event at the Ugbe Stadium. I'm sure you are aware.
We sat together.
Thereafter, they made moves to pay courtesy call on the governor, but they couldn't get any okay from the governor. So, but after a while, they got a call that the governor wanted to see them. They were all excited and they went to discuss development with the governor, especially at the grassroots. Only for them to get to government house, it was the deputy governor, Dennis Idaosa, who received them. And all they could pick from that meeting was to submit their statement of accounts within 48 hours by word of mouth, Sonny. It's an organized setting now. By word of mouth, these are elected council chairmen. And politics is even more impactful at the grass. These are council chairmen who have been elected by the vast majority of Edo people at the various localities. You can't just wake up and tell council chairman by word of mouth to submit statements of accounts. They are not kids. They are not kids. Then the council chairman said, okay, no problem. They now wrote to the governor to formalize it. Let's have it on paper in black and white. And that was where the issue started. These are council chairmen who have they are an organized body. There is an argon. So when they take decisions, they don't take decisions in isolation. They make decision as a group. Then that was when the governor the government agencies waited. They said they waited for 2 weeks. They now wrote to the Edo State House of Assembly to dissolve council on the grounds of insubordination. What rights? Morally, the governor can exercise oversight functions on local governments. But we are all aware of the Supreme Court judgment that gives these local governments autonomy. How many times have you seen a Nigerian president requesting for statement of accounts from governors? That's on the moral ground. And the local governments are even ready, or they were ready to work with the governor. But you must formalize this whole thing for record purpose. And then the House of Assembly took the decision that they took, and then the chairman had to go to court. I think they even went to court before that time, which led to this illegal and violent takeover of councils by non-elected persons and elected persons. In Ikpoba, only one councillor out of 9, because we have 10 councillors. One had already resigned since just after the election. So only one councillor out of 8 came out to impeach a chairman and his vice. He's not even the leader of the house. He's just a chief whip. Only one councillor. In one day, we saw the violence that took place. We saw the gory pictures of people who were manhandled, who were injured, who were brutalized by
We're having a bit of a technical challenge there with some connectivity coming from SSI. I hope he can reconnect with us. But let me quickly now link up with Chief Daniel Akwamoka Matthews from the UK. Chief, we're here now. You've emphasized the need to respect the law. Take us further on that plank, particularly against the background of the Supreme Court judgment overhang on this issue. And then there are some saying now that President Tinubu has reverts his earlier stance on local government autonomy. I don't know if you're familiar with all of these.
Right. I'm a bit familiar with it to an extent that's in the public domain. And whatever rumors that's been spread that President Tinubu has reversed that idea is not true. Because when he was a governor of Lagos State, he created more local government. He pushed more autonomy and power to local government when he was a governor. And that was the reason why there was a clash between him and then Obasanjo for creating more local government edifice or play a position. So it's very natural philosophy is that the best way to govern the people is locally, that the power locally reside, and that's how development can reach people faster, quicker. So the autonomy of local government is irreversible. That will stand, and any other thing is just rumor. And to be very clear, I'm a Labour Party person. I'm not a PDP or APC. And like I said, I supported Governor Monday as the sitting governor. What I'm most particular about, there's a process. Democracy has to be defended, even at its weakest point. It has to be defended, even at its lowest point. Has to be defended, because if favor me today to abuse it does not mean tomorrow I may not be the victim of it. Now, the state governor has no power to play politics of that level with the local government chairman. This is an instigation from the state governor's office, not from the local council. The local council have no audacity to even impeach their local government chairman. So what I'm most worried about is this due process that is being abused by Governor Monday's office, either through his deputy or directly through him. We need to go back to rule of law. We need to obey the rule of law. The Supreme Court, the court has given a mandate. We had an election. Very soon, this local government chairman will be going through another election. If you think they're doing what is not right, put it to the public domain. If you think they're being corrupt, investigate, prosecute, follow the law. And this is where democracy dies. Because I am a supporter of Governor Monday, then I act blind or act foolishly not to be honest to myself. Like Shakespeare said, to thyself be true. And I then, because I'm a supporter, then keep quiet, not telling him this is wrong. I will be a victim of that. Power is transient. Some people thought they were kings, some people thought they were emperor. Today they are nobody. Somebody else is in that seat. It's a political seat. We only have one king. And now a Governor Monday must realize that power is transient. He must restore this local government. He must hold them accountable with the power of his office and the law, not putting unelected people in an elected position. That is where democracy is beginning to die. This is not what we supported. This is not what we voted for. It's 100 days now. I mean, if you cannot change fix the problem, at least try to maintain it, to develop it to a better place, not create a necessary problem and distraction.
Okay, our studio line will be open shortly, Chief Matthew, but let me quickly allow Sosawe to anchor the point, but along the lines that what we're seeing in the council is a case of PDP versus PDP. Sosa.
That's not true.
That's not the issue, Sonny. The issue, we have a body of persons under the influence of the Okpebholo-led governments, whether they have been monetized or promised, juicy, whatever, I don't know, but they have been influenced by the Okpebholo-led governments to deploy the sledgehammer against their various councils. That's why you can say that a councillor can wake up on Monday or Tuesday morning, invade the legislative arm, and purportedly impeach his chairman. That's why you can see that in some local government, non-elected, non-state actors are being used to impeach local government chairmen. Already councillors are on recess, Sonny, as we speak. They are not even in town. You saw shameless persons yesterday. They couldn't even own up to look straight into the camera. They were being used to impeach Dr. Tom Obaseki. We have just heard this morning that Igweben has been touched. The same process. Esakos, the Biri side, the same process. You saw what happened in Uwonde. You saw what happened in Oriomo. One councillor, two councillors coming up to say he has impeached. I think these guys just need to I don't know. I think they need to think.
Okay, some are saying, just a moment, some are saying that under the PDP set this template by the incomplete number in the State House of Assembly, for which a better part of the previous administration, was an oppression, and that seems to be a template for what we're saying today.
That's not true. Those guys refused. They deliberately refused to submit themselves for inauguration. Maybe going by superior advice or recommendation. That is not the case here. We have a
all right. So I just wanted to. That's just on their side. That's on their side. Let's get our studio line open now, so you can call and be part of the conversation. It's still Politics Today on Independent Television and Radio. Hello, caller. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, sir. Dr. Tony.
Good morning.
This is Raphael from FTT.
Okay, Raphael, go ahead, please.
I think that's a lot our man there who was trying to make a comparison in the past, because history is very, very important, because you can use it to project the future and use it correct today. Illegality cannot give back to legality. In the same vein, a man cannot be a judge on his own course. If yes, they remove deputy governor. They say let me penury and lying under oath and the leaking of government secrets. When you know that at the beginning of responsibility is a part of government. So when they are now, when you see it's happening around now, happening to them, they are not crying wolf. I think they should go to court. Court is a place whereby you settle disputes, not on radio. Because emotion cannot get back to reality.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. That seems to be a major issue in our political space. If you're dissatisfied with the status quo, go to court. All right. Hello, caller. Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from? Our studio number is on the screen: 080-7777-0300. Hello, caller. Good morning. What's your name?
Yeah, this is Advocate. I'm calling from the border.
Dr. Advocate, please go ahead.
Yeah. You see, it's very unfortunate that everybody knows the truth, but we are all seeing some people bending the truth. It is quite clear that all this thing is just politics. These people just want to capture local government at all costs so that they can put their supporters. That is what is going on. It's very obvious. It's not an issue of PDP. For me, I am not supporting any. But all I know, there is no democracy at all. It's an issue of comparison. What is going on is transparency. It's not governance. It's obvious everywhere. If there is alternative to democracy, we should clamor for that. If there is, this is not democracy at all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Dr. Advocate, thank you for your time. 080-7777-0300. That's the studio number on Politics Today on Independent Television and Radio. Caller, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah, my name is Mr. Martin.
Yeah, please turn down the audio level on your radio or television to remove the echo. Okay, please, we advise that we turn down the audio levels on our television or radio just to remove the echo so we can hear you loud and clear. Good morning, caller. What's your name?
Good morning, Nigerians.
Good morning.
My name is Dr. Open Secret.
Dr. Open Secret, good to have you on the show. Go ahead.
Yes, I think what we say as a open display of insincerity and dishonesty. Now, saying that people did it in the past, then that is why you are not doing it by using it to justify. It means that if somebody blinds you and you blind the person and the whole society goes blind. So this is making jest and mockery of democracy. What is so spectacular about the local government that they are using? In fact, I can't, the man who joined us from UK has said it all. So we need people like that who can be sincere, people who justify. Somebody called just now to say that illegality cannot justify legality. Okay, this is going on now. You need Trump and irrelevant people to impeach the local government chairman. Is it legality? So, and by the time the next group of people come to government, they will not continue like that. Is that what the kind of society we want? Sometimes let us ashamed, even while we are benefiting from the system. Okay.
All right, thank you, Dr. Open Secret. Our studio line is still open, 080-7777-0300. Good morning, caller. Tell us your name and where you're calling us from. Please be brief because others are waiting on the line. Hello, caller. Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Mr. Hudson, I'm calling from
Please turn down the audio level on your TV or radio. Good morning.
Okay, good morning. Can you hear me clearly?
It's a bit muffled. It's a bit muffled. Yeah, I wouldn't know why that is so. Maybe it's your network or something.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead now.
So what I'm about to say is concerning the issue of this proposal and cabinet or whatsoever they call themselves. What the problem we have in this state is that everybody coming to power and use his own power to oppress the lower power. And things is affecting the state development. How? What concerns me concerns local government chairman. So to be very clear here, this guy is just trying to put in his or her supporters to make him to actualize his dream or ambition in that office. On a normal note, on a normal second topic, he's supposed to forget about the issue of forget about the issue of the local government chairman and concentrate on what's supposed to bring development to the state.
Okay.
His own aim now is for him to make a better things for the state, to make things happen in the way that people will look into his own government and say, okay, well, despite the way
thank you. Your last caller for today. We just have a few minutes more. We're back to our panelists now. Chief Daniel Akwamoka Matthews from the UK, and of course, Sosa Ware joining us virtually also from Benin, and Comrade Collins Amadi Osaga. Final take on this, 1 minute, please.
First, we must understand that government and governance is being run by the people, and they are all our brothers.
Okay.
So I think in the very best we can, we should understand that quality leadership is important. If I were the council chairman, the former council chairman, even as of today, I would display how I spent my money, what came, how I spent them, put them on social media for the sake of accountability. For the fact that you are unable to still do this, it's got to show that you are hiding something. Everywhere said 800 million was not spent anywhere. There were teams that had to urgently look into how local government spending their funds, and which came up with all of this report. So it's not, government cannot just wake up and fiatly allege. So he should also know, he may not be aware, he was chief press secretary, his own ended at the point where he was talking. And at the level of the action and deduction, he wasn't there.
Okay.
First, when Governor Obaseki omitted 14 members for 4 years, till today their case is still in court. Nobody spoke. All these holier than the Pope UK friends did not come and tell Governor Obaseki that was it. Now, let me also tell you, when he removed council chairman, Ego council chairman, Mrs. Ogbemudia, was removed by 4 councillors. They even used bottle house to tear all of their heads. And some people said it was illegal. The governor did not speak. In short, they removed that for the 3rd time. Before they even removed that before this original one, remover. So there were lots in Esako, East, and what have you. Obaseki removed 4 council chairmen.
Okay.
He did not even suspend them. Now he removed the deputy governor in 1 day, in 24 hours. The House of Assembly sat. They set up, the committee reviewed, the governor assented, and they sent him away. Even when the court said, this is the height of illegality, he must assume office. He said heaven will not fall, and it will not happen. So what are we not saying? I am not saying they should be removed. For me, they don't have immunity. Based on the fact they don't have immunity, they are vulnerable. For us to have a refined and an organized local government administration, we must push for them to have immunity within the time of their governance.
All right, let's get Sosa Ware to give us a final word on this conversation. Sosa.
I think tomorrow makes it 2 months this administration has been on. I wouldn't know what the administration can pinpoint as significant achievement other than lawlessness, violence, and illegal suppression of councils and all of that. That I will advise, like Collins and other APC persons ought to have done, advise Okpebolo. Whereas his administration, whereas his governorship is being challenged in court, the legality of his office is being challenged in court, he should use the time that he has to focus squarely on governance and developments. He shouldn't engage in issues or activities that would disrupt and distract his administration, because that is what we see in EDO today. Nothing is going on in terms of reforms. The immediate past administration had significant reforms that it brought up. What stops this administration from looking at those reforms, find a way to sustain those that deserve to be sustained, and then build upon them for a greater Edo? You are talking of a new Edo.
All right. Thank you, Sosa. Thank you. Chief Matthew, let's get your final word. Chief Matthew.
I'm going to keep it brief. The APC gentleman, talk about quality leadership. And in quality leadership, what it requires is somebody who has the ability, the intellect, the critical mind, and as well the vision of where they're going or where they're taking people, to be able to manage the good, the bad, and the ugly, and also to maintain a status quo that is progressing. For the last 2 months, we're yet to see that in this government. And if we're to talk about quality leadership, 2 wrongs does not make it right. I never supported, I know you referenced somebody from UK, fine. I never supported the removal of the deputy governor. I thought it was a wrong move, it was a stupid move. When Obasanjo tried to do that with Atiku, some of us who had the privilege to cry out then, even though our voice was still very puny, we were those crying out. And if we talk about quality leadership, go and look at what OT did in Abia State. Despite his office was being challenged, election was being challenged, Within 100 days, he has turned Abia State around. The improvement, the quality. Even still, he did not remove the PDP state chairman, local government chairman. He waited until their time expired. He conducted a free and fair election. Some of them won, majority of them lost, which is understandable. Even his own party, Labour Party, did not win as much as they wanted in the election. That is called respecting democracy.
Okay.
Not because they did it or then I can't do it.
Right.
Quality leadership. Governor Monday and his team, listen, Edo people need quality leadership. We are not getting it yet, and we did not vote for third time of anybody. Deliver on the promises you give people like I on a private conversation, and the promise people, majority of Edo people hope you will bring. Not a party thing, but an Edo thing. Edo first. Go first.
Gentlemen, thank you. Thank you for your time on the program Politics Today. Chief Daniel Akwamoka Matthews, thank you. Thank you very much, even with the short notice. Thank you. And Comrade Collins Monday Osaga, thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
And to all our viewers and listeners, thank you for your time with us on the program Politics Today on independent television and radio. Obviously, the Edo State local government crisis is ongoing. When will it end? I don't know. But we have a responsibility to continue to bring the issues to you as objective as we can to help you make sense of it. And of course, make your comments, make your criticisms as the case may be. Have a great weekend and bye for now.